Hello there, I'm Scotty. I'm wearing a t-shirt because it's cold. I know I barely wear t-shirts, but it was a good day today. I was out walking, had to spend my paycheck finally. Holiday, Indigenous Peoples Day. Okay, so here's the story of what happened. All right, so my supervisor at work will drop me off at the bank. My bank is right behind where two of my coworkers live, so it's right there. He'll drop me off. Yesterday, Monday the 14th, he was going to do that. So I was sick this past weekend, the 11th or the 10th through the 13th. I was sick that weekend. Right? Which is kind of why I haven't done any bonus reviews. I've been sick trying to get over this cold. So this is the first bonus review for this month. But, so I was sick, so I wasn't able to get my paycheck that Friday. My mom brought me some Mucinex, or the generic version of Mucinex, so that it could help me, and it has. I'm much better. My cough has gotten better. I'll cough every once in a while, but, you know. So my real plan was to cash my check yesterday, Monday, the 14th. So he pulled in to drive in. I got out. I went to open the door. The door was locked. And then I noticed there's a sign that said it doesn't say which holiday. It just said it will be closed for the holiday. I'm like, what holiday? I'm like, it's locked. And he's like, oh, it's a holiday, dude. I'm like, holiday? He goes, are you ready for this? Indigenous Peoples Day. What? So I did some looking into that. Columbus Day. It's fucking Columbus Day. It's been Columbus Day since before I was born. Columbus Day. Stop changing shit, okay? We can't call the Washington football team the Redskins no more. It's not politically correct. We had a conversation at break about this. We can't call it Columbus Day anymore. Hell, we're not even allowed to say fucking Christmas. Give me a fucking break. I'm gonna call it when I want to call it, and if it offends you, kiss my ass, okay? I grew up calling it one certain thing. That's what I'm going to call it. If I offend you, then, it's my own personal thing. Okay? I'm not mean to offend you. It's what I was raised on. Alright? Alright, now that I'm done with that little thing. My point for this was one of the movies I wanted to get and review. This review would have been out yesterday had it not been a holiday. Now, the fact that it was originally, and to me still is, Columbus Day, doesn't make it as ridiculous as them throwing out a random holiday and calling it Indigenous Peoples. You know what I mean? They just took one that was already there and renamed it. I felt something weird was going to happen anyway yesterday. But anyway, I got today. So we're going to talk about Maxxxine. So, backtracking a little bit. X came out in 2022, followed later that year by Pearl, a movie that was a prequel and that was shot around the same time as X, back to back. Yeah, so X came out. I really liked it. Still my favorite of this trilogy. And then Pearl came out. I really didn't like it. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. It just didn't. A part of my problem is that I didn't get the point of why we should care about Pearl. Right? The whole point of the first film was about this Maxxxine. She wants to be a star. Sure. She encounters these old people who are psychopaths. Well, the woman is anyway. And she basically her people she's with die, but she defends herself. Self-defense. Drives off the end of the movie. Why do we care about the backstory of some old lady that went nuts and tried to kill the crew of a porno film? Do we need to know the backstory? Now the movie, it's not a bad movie. It's still my least favorite. It's way oversaturated. It's not. I'm not one of those guys that like those. I'm not a person who likes those overly done films. Like I could say Pearl carry as they just have a certain flair about them that's just a little too much for me. Pearl was trying to be Wizard of Oz without the wizard, is what it was trying to be. Indicative of those times. This one is more my style. It takes place in 1985, 2 years before my birth, and is deep in the time of the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, which I didn't realize was a real person, the Night Stalker. But then, yeah, Richard Ramirez. Okay? That makes more confusion at the end of this movie because of who they present to us is the Night Stalker. Or are these kills just attributed to the Night Stalker and they didn't actually catch him yet? I don't know. We'll get there. So, going in this, there's the trailers and everything showing it. And two thoughts crossed my mind. One while watching the trailer, one while watching this movie as to who the killer was. For some reason, when I saw the trailers, and they keep seeing them on TV and stuff, the one thought that crossed my mind was, they're going to do a stupid ass twist and reveal that she's the secret killer. Like she has this dark side and she's killing people on the side. And when it started, it's showing that it's these beautiful women, blondish hair, people who could be big stars, and it's like, oh, she's taking out a competition. Please don't make her the killer. They don't. And then partway through the film, I went, oh, it's Kevin Bacon, right? Because he's following her around. He claims to... Because at one point he shows up and he says that he's a private investigator working for her father. But then when Giancarlo Esposito, her Hollywood lawyer, looks him up, says he can't find anything on the guy. So I'm thinking, oh, he lied and he's just stalking. Maybe he's the Night Stalker. Again, at this point, I didn't know that the Night Stalker was a real person. It's him. No. And, so I love the 80s aesthetic, the music that plays, Obsession, my obsession, you're my obsession, that plays. Saint Elmo's Fire plays later on in the movie, that's pretty cool. Saint Elmo's Fire, didn't Saint Elmo's Fire come out in 87? Or was it 85? 85? I don't know. There's a way to look, but, shit. Hold on a minute. Wait, I had to turn on this TV, but it's on the menu for WWE 2K24. I don't want the music popping up. So, Internet Explorer. How the hell? There. Jesus. No, that's the M with the Wikipedia. Where is the period? I can't see anything. .org. Go. Okay. Saint Elmo's. Man, I hate this thing. Can't even click anything. Why does it do this? Why does it do this? Favorites, tabs. Wikipedia still can't be sold. I get it! should really not be recording this because I'm wasting time. Just trying to find out what year St. Elmo's Fire came out. And I still can't get in there to type the fucking thing. Hold on. I'm going to pause you guys. So I accidentally started, I'm just going to search St. Elmo's Fire. If I can spell St. Elmo's Fire. There. Elmo's Fire. It is 85. Okay. For some reason I thought it was 87. Okay. So now that we've squared that away, yeah, that plays on the soundtrack. There's, you know, and I gotta tell you this: Mia Goth, she's a good actress. Still don't care for the Southern accent, and that's one of my problems with. She's playing two different characters that sound exactly the fucking same. Can there be some variation? You know? I know her dad's like a Southern Baptist or whatever, but like, they're basically the same character just from different decades. And I guess that's the point. But I don't know. I still think someone else should have played Pearl if they're going to be different characters. But, you know, probably on me too. You know, that's the least of my gripes, really. She's great. I want to talk about Halsey because, boy, if you were a big Halsey fan and tuned into this movie just to see her, man, you're gonna be pissed because they advertised the fuck out of her being in this movie, and she's in it for like 5 minutes. Literally, there's the scene you see in the trailers of them walking together, and then she says, "Oh, I got this big party at this mansion." Next scene, she dead. That's it. Right? And like, I think they tipped their hand at this party, at this building too early, because like, there's one friend, and it was like Abby or something, or I don't know, one of them, and like, this one character she talked about, she's going to this party, and then there's Tabby, who is Halsey's character. Oh, they're both going to this party at a mansion, and then like, we see that they're now been kidnapped, duct taped around, and then they find a dead body. I'm like, oh, okay. And then later, Lily Collins plays another character. She's like, oh, I'm going to this party. She's with a British accent. I don't know why. I know her dad is Phil Collins, but like, she's not British. I've seen her in other stuff. She's has American accent, but she's doing a British accent here, I guess. So I'm going to this party at this mansion. Like, it's up on the Hollywood Hills. And it's like, oh, so she's going to be dead, right? And then what Maxxine realizes what's going on with this party. I feel like I always say that the audience should never be ahead of the main character. And when you show these two who said they're going to this party, then they're killed in a couple scenes later, then you have this character who says she's going to another party at the same place, and it's like, okay, so she's dead. And so it's no surprise when she gets there, when Maxxine gets there, it's the name of the damn movie, Scotty. When Maxxine gets there and she finds Lily Collins' dead body. I also feel like the cops in this movie are useless. You got, what's her name? Michelle Monaghan and Bobby Cannavale as the cops, right? They do jack shit. They harass. So the whole plot with them is that they keep bugging Maxxine to help them take down. Like, we need your help. Anything you can do, we need your help. She keeps rightfully saying, "What am I supposed to do?" I don't get the point of them harassing her for help. What is she supposed to do? What is the point of them keep going to her? Like, I know it's later shown that these are all connected to her. Sure, like her buddy who owns the video store is killed. And that's what she freaks out, and they're still begging her to help. Still, what is she supposed to do? They never explain what she can do to help. What is the point of her helping? There's no reason why they should need her help. There's no real connection here. They don't know. They don't know who the killer is. I said it like that, and now I want to quote Sam Rockwell. And can't just open the door. Can't just go out there. Is there air? You don't know. Excuse me. My cough often acts up when I start laughing, so, Like, what is she supposed to do? It just doesn't make any sense. It seems like we have to have this cliche thing with asking for help, but they didn't actually think about why or how she could actually help them. Like, why are they asking her? What is the point of asking her? How could she help them? There's no real reason or connection for her to help them. Yes, it's revealed that the killer is her father, which is also confusing because the Night Stalker is supposed to be a real person, right? Best I could think of, it's not really explained, but that he was killing these people to get to her, people that she knew. And the media, the press, they were the ones thinking it was part of the Night Stalker's killings. They just lopped it in there. And so it was, he's not really the Night Stalker. Although at the end they say that they brought down the Night Stalker, so, or at least not really did they say that, because that's another issue I have. So this whole thing where so she does lead the cops to the building, even though to that mansion, even though she doesn't call them or anything. Like, maybe they just want a little help, some info, but seriously though, there's really no reason for them to keep asking them, or keep asking her for help, because other than, I don't know, I guess maybe some info, but they're friends, whatever, I don't know. Their father were there, and it's revealed that it's her father, and then the cops show up. Dude, buckets, because really, Carnival gets shot and then dies, and the other cop tries to do stuff. I think she dies too. And so then it ends with Maxxine, with her dad at the point of a shotgun. She got the shotgun on him, and just when you think it's all over, the freaking helicopter shows up, and this scene where they got the megaphone kneeling down makes it very clear, at least to me, that they think she was the one doing it. Put her down, Maxxine. It's all over. We can end this now. It makes you believe that they think she did it. And then it flashes, and it's like a news story about the Night Stalker was brought in, and it's all because of Maxxine Minx, and she's famous. And in my opinion, this should have been the ending, because it shows that she got what she wanted. She's famous. She can do what she wants now, and she's got Puritan 2 coming out. She's gonna star in a movie about her own life, and everything. And just when you think it's gonna end with the music montage, she's famous now. No, you start seeing the freaking, I roll my eyes so hard here. Okay, this is where it's gonna end, right? And then all of a sudden you see the flashing of the spotlight from the helicopter, and it flashes back to her, and then she has him repeat the line she said to him, she says it in the first one, I don't remember what it was, but and then she shoots him in the head. And then it just cuts to her now on the set of the Puritan 2, ready to film. And oh, you're looking like the Psycho girl, or the Hitchcock girl, Tippi Hedren, stuff like that. And I'm like, no, wait. Back the truck up, hold the hell on. That scene. Ignore the fact that you just showed us what she wanted to happen and should have been the ending to this movie. If this is supposed to be the end cap of this trilogy, shouldn't it end with her being famous? That ending was perfect for the ending of this movie. And all of a sudden you pulled the rug out. Nope, she's still there. It was all in her head. I fucking hate it's all in your head endings. This wasn't like, oh, the whole movie's in her head. But this ending was perfect for her character. Like, if you want that to, that should be the ending. But no. But, like, you also presented us with the fact that these cops, police helicopter in front of her, plainly thought she was the killer. Telling her to they're saying things. Put the weapon down. It's all over now, Maxxxine. It's all over. Put it down. She shoots her dad point blank in the head with a shotgun and gets off scot-fucking-free? Forget the fact that she was a victim in this, all right? Forget the fact that it was her father that did this. Forget the fact that they can prove that it was the dad. She still murdered someone point blank in front of cops with witnesses. That's still murder. That's still jail time. You could argue self-defense, but that won't hold up because self-defense would be if the gun was on her and she fought through and shot him. It's like a quick instant. She has him down, dead to rights, like this. That is premeditated murder. No way she'd be let free like that. Also, bit of a nitpick in the first film. They barely address the incident from the first film. They flash back to it. She has trauma. They mention it once. I'm sorry. Her DNA would be all over that fucking farm. And now she's in Hollywood making movies? No. That's not how it works. The police would have been... As soon as she came up, like, her DNA would show who she is, right? I mean, that's the 80s. Maybe the DNA... Maybe they didn't have that back then, but still. Fingerprints. They had fingerprints back then, right? Fingerprints? They didn't have blood data, but like fingerprints. Fingerprints. They had fingerprinting, right? They did, yeah. They had fingerprinting back then, right? Her fingerprints would be over the weapons that killed, like, Howard and Pearl, right? Her fingerprints would be all over that farm. And she's the only one that's not there. And I know they mentioned at the end of the last one that they're looking for her, right? Like, she's in the wind. But, like, then she goes to Hollywood in 1985 to make movies under the same fucking name she was making the porn movies with. That's smart. But the police don't come on. I'm just saying this woman should be in jail. Throw away the key. Now, again, I know both are cases of self-defense. But with the police, especially in movies, it's open and shut. She's behind bars and she's not getting out. I'm just saying. Have you never seen a movie or a TV show before? Have you seen real life before? Her fingerprints are on a crime scene where a bunch of people died and there's no other proof. There's no other proof. There's no recording anything. There's no other proof that anyone else was out there murdering people. For all the cops knew, Maxxxine went nuts, killed the old couple that lived there, killed all the other people that were there and that were working with her, and then took off. And now we see the cops have found her, and she's got a shotgun in her dad's face, and she blows his head off. Jail. Throw away the key. I'm sorry. This just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. It just makes no sense. She should be in jail. That's it. Not making movies. But it's an ending that needs to happen. Again, if you wanted to do that, do the ending where, take the scenes where she's imagining in her head. Don't make it in her head and just end it. Play a song at the end, And that's it. I don't know. But also, her dad is not the real Night Stalker. I know it's a knife. Shut up. Itchy my back. I did enjoy the movie though. Wasn't bad. Not as good as X. Not as bad as Pearl for me. I'll give it a pretty good. I thought it was well done. I like the 80s aesthetic. Just to rank them, Pearl, Maxxxine, X is the number one for me. Just saying. Oh, another thing I want to point out that can't happen, like it's illegal. The beginning of the film, she's at an interview. She does this monologue to say that's great, that's terrific. She's like, thank you. And just take off your top and show us your breasts. And I'm like, and she's just like, and I'm like, no, that's illegal. You can't. You can't do that. You can't. No, I know you're a Hollywood director, casting director. You can't do that. Like, I know that there's the whole thing. Oh, if you sleep with me, I'll give you the part. That's different. That is rape. That is sexual assault. I'm like saying the R word. That is sexual assault. You cannot just say, like, do this monologue. Okay, that's great. Now, show me your tits. That's not legal. Even in the 80s, no, you can't just. This is not for a porno. I thought, oh, it must be for a porno film. No, it's for this movie, The Puritan 2, that she's shooting later in the film. Is what it's for. It's for this horror movie. So why did she have to show her tits? Like, I could see if it was for a gratuitous shot. We don't even see it. Again, we don't need to. But, like, if you're going to have a scene where they ask for her tits, show them. Otherwise, there's no point to her doing that. Like, now, casting director wouldn't ask that. Are you kidding me? Nowadays, if someone is there and they're like, okay, if I went to see a movie, like, or to audition for a movie, they're like, oh, that was great. Now, show me your balls. What? I want to see your balls. No, fuck this. No. I don't know. But yeah, I did like it. I thought it was better than Pearl, so I'll give you that. It's in the middle there. So, but I think I gave all of them pretty good. I think I gave Pearl the middle of the road. The other two pretty good. So, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Maxxxine? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.